everybody, welcome to the Gear Rules channel. It is Scott here, and today we are doing a tutorial video on how to use your SentrySafe Fireproof and Waterproof series safe. Now if you're looking for a review for these safes, I'm going to be doing one of those too, and by the time you're watching this, it'll probably be out, so I'll be sure to put a link in the description down below. Also below, I'll put a link on where you can go to buy it, but if you're here for the tutorial, you're probably more interested in the timestamps on where to go if you want to skip ahead and just do something like set up your passcode. I'll put those down below as well. Now I mentioned the Fireproof and Waterproof series. This safe actually comes in a few different sizes, a couple different colors, and a couple different configurations on the locking mechanism. This one in particular in this tutorial is going to be geared more towards the one with the keypad in the middle. The other ones have a dial on it. So I really hope you guys like this video, and if you do, please like it and try to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. So now let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. So what are we going to be talking about today? Well, first let's cover what we're not going to be talking about. So one of the things that you can do with this safe, as with a lot of safe, is you can actually secure it to the floor or to the wall. I'm not going to be covering this because my current situation, I haven't actually utilized this feature. And it is important to note, once you do drill into this safe to secure it to the floor or wall, it is no longer waterproof, especially if you put it on the floor. It says waterproof up to 8 inches, and if you put the holes in the bottom, it's not going to be waterproof, and I'm sure it might affect how fireproof it is. So maybe you can secure this safe in a different fashion. Totally up to you. But there's 2 big bolts as well as some nifty bolt down instructions. I'll try to leave a link for that down below if you want to see how to actually do that. But there's little places where you can go and actually drill through the safe. So that's what we're not going to be covering. What are we going to be covering? I'm going to show you a little bit of how this safe is set up, and then a lot of the time I'm going to spend actually helping you set up passcodes as well as deleting passcodes. This safe has a factory passcode. So one of the things that you're going to get is an owner's manual. On the back of the owner's manual, there's a factory setting passcode. This passcode is going to be always good for the safe that you receive. Then you can add an additional 2 passcodes to this safe if you desire. You're definitely going to want to hold on to the passcode owner manual because you actually use this passcode, like I said, to delete and set up your own passcodes. So definitely hold on to that. Okay, so the other document here is actually your warranty. Be sure to register your safe within 30 days of purchasing it or it voids the warranty. And there's some instructions here as well, so hold on to that document. And then finally, one thing that we'll discuss here is this safe is waterproof, which means water cannot escape it. So you're going to want to, it comes with a little silica packet, but I've purchased some aftermarket ones that can be reused, and we'll kind of talk about that. So let's go ahead and start actually getting into the nitty-gritty of the safe. Alright, so before setting up the passcode for this safe, I just want to go over some key details for you guys just to get a full understanding of this safe. Like I said, it comes in several different sizes, and for perspective, this is the 1.23 cubic feet version of the safe, which is the middle size. Now, like I said, this video is mainly going to be geared towards this keypad. There is one for a dial, but this is obviously not that version. So what do we have here on the outside? We have this little handle here, which will actually release the deadbolts within the door. And you can only do that in a specific time, and we'll kind of show you guys how to do that. Then you have this key right here. Now, the key is actually not what you would necessarily think. All the key does is prevent you from moving this handle. It doesn't add any more deadbolts or anything like that. Just prevents you, if you make the right passcode and you go to turn it, you won't be able to turn it. Next here you have your keypad with a couple of lights which help you indicate whether there's an error, whether you entered the right passcode, and if your batteries are low. Now speaking of batteries, there are batteries because obviously this is electronic, and there's little LED lights on the side of the door here, which I'll kind of show you guys, and that's what powers that. Obviously you need to make sure that these batteries are swapped out from every now and then, just because you don't want to go to your safe in an emergency and you can't open it because there's no batteries. The good thing about the batteries is they do unload and input on the outside of the safe, so if your battery dies, you're not screwed. You just pop that off, replace them, and stick them back in, and you're good to go. So for the purpose of this video, we're going to be using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as the passcode. And when you have that proceed light, you're able to turn the handle. You cannot turn the handle down after, I think it's probably a few seconds. I can kind of show you guys an example of that. You can release, you can engage the deadbolts, but once they're back engaged, you cannot loosen it. So let's do this again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a moment, and then that's it. So now I can still not close it. I could have closed it during that 5-second period, but obviously now I can't. So let's enter it one more time, and now I'm able to release the door. So real quickly here on the inside, you have a couple of key hooks, which I don't typically use, but if you want to use the key hooks, that's at your disposal. You have a little sleeve here. You have a sleeve here for what have you. This is what the silica pack that comes with the safe. Not really sure that's enough, so I actually have a couple more, which I'll show you guys here in a second. And then we have the safe. Now, this comes with this particular size comes with a box here. In the box you can put different documents in, and the box also comes with a key. Different key from the key that I already showed you guys for the outside door. Now this key does two things. When it's fully engaged, this key will actually lock it so you can't pull this out, as well as you can't lift the entire thing. Obviously this isn't super secure, because if you had a pry bar or something, that's not going to stop many people. So with that being said, let's kind of talk about how to set up your passcode. So here we go. Alright, so now we're going to cover probably what you've been waiting for, is programming certain things with the keypad. Now the first thing we'll talk about here is the lights. So we're going to keep using the same passcode we've been using. I just want to show you on the door here, there's actually 2 LED lights right there. And essentially when you go to open your safe halfway, the lights will kind of emit into the rest of the safe so that you can see when it's dark out. So right now the lights are programmed to be off. Now there's 3 settings for the lights. There's off, there's 30-second timer, and a 60-second timer. Obviously, with the more you run your lights, the quicker you're going to have to change your batteries. So if you want to set up your lights to be 30 seconds, all you have to do is type in 0P4. Now when we go to open up our safe, the lights are on. Pretty cool. And it does a pretty good job lighting up the inside of the safe, obviously more so when it is dark. So that's the 30-second timer. It should go off here in a couple of minutes. The other one is the 60-second timer, which you use to program with 0P5. Finally, if you want to turn the lights off and you want to make sure that your battery doesn't die out, and you just really don't need the lights or like the lights, then use 0P3. So you can see the lights have turned off. We'll go ahead and close the safe again. And if we enter Sorry, that's not what I want to do. So if we go 0p3 and then go to unlock the safe, the lights aren't on. So that's quick and easy. The next thing we're going to cover is actually setting up and deleting your passcode. So the first thing we'll cover is actually deleting your passcode because we already have one programmed. So all you need to do is press P, then enter your factory code, which is on the back of your owner's manual. It's right where my finger is. And then you enter 00000, 5 zeros, and that'll delete all the passcodes that you have set up. So let's go ahead and try that out right now. So P, and then your factory security code. And then I'm entering all zeros. And then when I was done, it kind of gave me a feedback beep. So when I go to hit my typical 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is no longer an option. Okay, so we've successfully deleted the passcodes on this safe. The next thing we need to do is show you guys how to program a new passcode. Like I said, you can program up to 2 different passcodes beyond the factory passcode. So let's show you guys how that's done. What you're going to need to do is hit P for program. You're going to type in your factory PIN and then enter a 5-digit PIN of your choosing. That's one of the downsides to this keypad is you can only do 5 separate digits. You can't do more or less than that. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to hit P, enter in your factory passcode, and then we're going to do 98765. And it gives you a little feedback showing you that that has been programmed. So we're going to hit 98765. That unlocks our safe. We've successfully programmed a new passcode into the safe. So that's it for the passcode programming and any of the keypad programming. The last thing I just kind of want to touch on, I've kind of talked about it a little bit here today. It comes with this little silica packet. I found that it was still kind of a musty smelling safe. So there's tons of different silica type products on the market. I actually kind of overloaded it here. So I have a couple of these. They're nice. You can reset them by setting them in the oven for 3 hours. They're pretty small though for a safe this big. And some people have problems because they can actually, disassemble. So I like to keep them nice and flat and store them in separate areas of the safe. Another one that I found, which I just started using, is this guy right here. I'll be sure to leave a link in the description down below for this. What I thought was cool about this is there's a hanger, which I haven't really used, but there's an outlet, so you can actually plug this into the wall, and it'll add some heat to this and actually wick out all the moisture in this, so you can reuse it again. So that pretty much covers the tutorial. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and like I said, please like this video and subscribe if you did and you want to see more content like this. Otherwise, stay safe out there and take care.
Let's take it out.